All right, top of the day to you. My name is Ayobami Olugbenga Wise. I'm the visionary behind the ObviousFX Academy. I run a podcast known as the Digitally Wealthy Mind and also a community called the Digitally Wealthy Mind Community. And I'm also the host of the show, The Morning Show on radio. And within the next 15 minutes or so, I'll be sharing with you what I strongly believe will genuinely strengthen your financial portfolio, for the days, weeks, months, and even the years ahead. Now, what is financial freedom really all about? Let's ask ourselves. Financial freedom is all about creating wealth, all right? And wealth is not all about money. It's all about an aura, a status, a mindset change. Now, after you've transformed your mind, then you begin to think about how can I consistently generate income from multiple streams? I have a rule of thumb, and I think it's very vital for us to learn that it is non-negotiable not to have multiple streams of income. It's non-negotiable. But what is even more important for me is the fact that one of those streams of income has to be in foreign or in higher currency. I love the words of Warren Buffett. It says that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. All right, it means that I must find a way to generate consistent streams of income while I'm not even actively involved in it. All right, we call it passive income. What is that formula to create financial security? Well, it's very simple as far as I'm concerned on paper, but of course, it takes a lot of work practically. It means that you need to find a means of constantly becoming liquid. You need to find a way where you create an avenue for liquidity so that gives you a playing power or of equity, and then create avenues for multiplicity and then reinforces your financial security. So you need to find a way to, create consistent income. And there are different forms of income, if you ask me. There's the disposable income where it's quite strategic, but it's almost like what people call free money you didn't necessarily even think was going to actually appear. But it's based on strategic partnerships. Then, of course, you need to now move from strategic positioning into strategic partnerships. And it's a mindset and will create active income for you when you now begin to work to make things happen. That is what you're doing on your job right now, getting a salary. It's active income. You were strategically positioned on that job, creating a partnership mindset to be able to earn salaries and wages and commissions or bonuses and all. But there are another set of people who have decided that, yes, active income is not enough for me. I want to be able to create passive income. And passive income is only created when you move your financial status from actively being involved and creating a business mentality to things around you so that you can begin to generate, passive royalties and rentals and, through affiliate network, or network monetization schemes or multi-level channels that will now begin to create some resources, some inflows that you probably did not even plan for. And you can actually say that while you're asleep, it's beginning to work for you. Then, of course, you cannot stay there. We have some other kinds of people who have said, now I've created a business mindset. But of course, it's time to create some investment mindset. And that's when they the transit from creating passive income into what? Portfolio income. That's the bigger place to be. There are different streams out there that can begin to make you as liquid as possible. But I'm going to tell you 10 quick attributes of the income streams that can generate you active and passive income. So pay attention to businesses that have these traits. One, how liquid is it? You need to look for businesses that is quite liquid, all right? It has a huge potential generation. It has opportunities to create wealth. It gives you access to be able to have cash, or inflow, as it were. All right. Another thing is sustainability and longevity. Don't just get into a business whereby you cannot tell whether in a few months or a few weeks or a few years, it's just down the drain. You need to say to yourself, this business, how sustainable is it? All right. What's the longevity of this business like? Another is, does this business give me the ability to partner with it? All right. Any business such that it's beginning to use you rather than see you as a partner, has a big question mark around it. So what kind of business should you venture into? All right, businesses that gives you equity power. All right, building a business around that ownership mentality, partnership mentality, franchising mentality, and a whole lot of others. And then if you're getting venture into a business, ensure that it gives you the ability for multiplicity. Meaning, like I always say, that even if you're creating streams of income to be able to strengthen your financial portfolio, I also believe strongly that each stream of income should be able to create even more streams of income. Then it has to be a business that's very recognized, very defined, and then as it has a means of creating what replicable processes. So if you have a business that you don't know how you generate the income and you cannot teach another person how to generate the income, then you need to run away from such. Then, of course, you need to think about communal growth. Does this business create communal growth? Does it give an avenue for support systems for us to all grow and thrive and all of that? Then does it give you the privilege of time? Does it give you the privilege of freedom? All right, because you need to begin to think as an entrepreneur. Does it give you the power of leverage such that I do not have too much funds, but I have some little funds to play around with? Can I find a way to partner, with bigger funds and then still achieve bigger results? All right. And then more importantly is to ask yourself, any kind of business I want to venture into out there as a stream of income, what is the risk control power within that business? I like businesses whereby I have some level of control over it. First thing, it has to be a business that you're very knowledgeable about. And then secondly, it has a business that you have some level of power and control over your finances. This is arguably the oldest and most lucrative of all the digital businesses that you venture into. I know it's been abused. I know it's been bastardized by some people, who do not know exactly how it really, really works, and they got their fingers burnt and all of that. But I don't like to focus on the things that didn't work out for some people, because I also look around and I see people who are genuinely, transforming their finances from trading online. So rather than focus on the people who got burnt, all right, I'm not saying that you don't pay attention to it, but don't focus on it. You need to shift your focus and ask yourself, what are those people who are doing well? What are they really doing? Because we're talking about a business that churns out approximately 7.3 trillion US dollars on a daily basis. So ask yourself, how can I play in it? Not everybody will play in the same way. People play in this in different ways. There is the business of online trading that a lot of people do not know about. But really, what's online trading all about? Online trading gives you a platform where you're able to trade currencies of various economies, like the euro, like the dollar, like the pound, and all. Then, of course, we have the ability to be able to trade unit pieces of equity owned by different organizations, like owning the shares of Facebook, the shares of Amazon, of Thread, of Twitter, and all of that. And then, of course, we have indices, which is also known as stock indexes. Okay, and these are kind of like, they represent the value of a group of assets of different stocks or businesses in the world, like the NASDAQ, like the S&P 500 and all of that. And then you can also trade commodities. All right. And that tells you that, you can trade crude oil, you can trade gold, you can trade cocoa, sugar, platinum. And so because it gives you the ability to play around many things, it even makes it more and more lucrative. But there are things that you need to know. There's some quick facts that you need to know about trading online. One, it's not a scam. Even though you can be scammed, it is not a scam. All right. It is not a casino, meaning it's not a get rich quick scheme thing like it's been portrayed out there. You consistently generate income before you think of creating wealth. That's the mindset and philosophy that I have around it. You consistently generate an income, all right, before you think about creating wealth. People just want to create wealth overnight. It's not like it cannot, but that is not the process. That is not the ideal process to be able to actually genuinely, enjoy the benefits of trading online. And then, of course, it requires education. A lot of people venture into it without even knowing what they're doing. A lot of people are trading it at the moment and they don't even know what they're doing. They're not well educated, they're not well grounded, they're not, well mentored or coached. And that is a big, big, big problem. I've been in this business for approximately about 18 years or more. And I have seen different sides to it, ups and downs and all of that. And it will only shock you that in over 18 years, I'm just beginning to understand exactly how things work within the last 6 to 7 years. Surprisingly, beyond education, it thrives on information. It thrives on information. What do you know about what you're trading about? So how does it really work? Look at this chart, for example. All right. You always want to trade, at different positions to be able to maximize the move of the market. The rule is simple, just like economics. All right. It's all about demand and supply. I want to buy at the lowest price possible. I want to sell at the highest price possible. Just that simple. But as simple as that may sound, it is still tricky as to what is the best possible lowest price for me to buy? Where is the best possible highest price for me to sell? That is where a bit of technicality is coming to play. And this is where a lot of people get their fingers burnt. Because if you get to position yourself at the lowest possible price to buy, then you'll be able to maximize the rally, the bull run of the market, and then of course make your profit out of it. And then, of course, if you sell at the highest price possible, then you're able to maximize the dip in price and then be able to what? Profit from it too as well. The broker that you deal with will always tell you, paraphrasing, that you should trade with money you can afford to lose. Disposable income. Does that kind of ring a bell? So why do you invite pressure as a trader? Why do you take funds that are designated for specific things and then you go channel into it and you want to flip it and it goes bad? You are trading out of pressure and you will definitely find yourself in deep blue waters. It's simple to trade, but it's not easy to trade, okay? It's simple because the philosophies, the principles are easy, but it's simple, but it's not easy because of the tension, the pressure that comes with it. So why invite more pressure? Why not reduce pressure as much as possible? Get support systems, get help, be a part of a community, see how you can get, to leverage on some amazing tools and products and all of that. Weak psychology is another problem. Emotions, because this business we're talking about here is a business of psychology. As a newbie, the biggest problem is trying to make money. As a struggling trader, all right, the biggest problem is trying to keep your money. As an experienced trader, the biggest problem is trying to scale up your money because how can I make more? A lot of people put a lot of money on the line and I wonder why. Why are you doing this to yourself? You need to learn and trade with disposable income. Money that you can afford to lose, money that will not probably eat in deep into your spine or your bloodstreams or mess up your mind. And then, of course, you can now begin to earn and trade from residual income, all right, to grow your financial portfolio. You need to reduce pressure. And then you can only reduce it by what? Applying minimal risk. I say to people, not everybody is meant to be able to trade. And even if you're meant to trade, not everybody is meant to trade profitably immediately. So you must give yourself a time frame, all right? I'm new to the business. You probably will not start making good enough income maybe until a minimum of 3 to 6 months or 9 months or a year. Some it will take 2 years, 4 years. All right. For some of us, we had to wait 5 years, to be able to understand how does this thing really, really work. But in the waiting, while I keep using my resources and blowing it away, there are smarter ways for you to go about things. There are better ways for you to handle things so that you don't keep blowing your hard-earned money away. So say to yourself, as a trader or someone who generally wants to learn how to trade by themselves, while I am learning how to trade, is there a way I can get my resources? Because I know the anxiety is, I want to start making money. I want to start making money. Yes, you can, but you need to learn first. And while you're learning, whatever you intend to trade with in terms of capital, I would say to you, why don't you take that or a portion of that and then channel it into a system that has been proven and that can begin to generate something for you no matter how small. No matter how small. That way you take the pressure off and you can concentrate well on learning. And for those of you out there saying, I didn't even want to learn how to trade, but I have the resources. Or, come on, I'm putting my money in the bank. And honestly speaking, the Naira keeps depreciating. how can I begin to make good use of the money or the funds or the resources within my disposal rather than keep it? All right. Can you take a portion of it and put it into a proven, tested system that can generate you something? So here is what I'm proposing to you. If you would take this, that will change your life, absolutely strengthen your financial portfolio. It's ObviousFX to the rescue. What is ObviousFX all about? Well, ObviousFX is a platform, an organization that has been set up for entrepreneurs out there. People who genuinely want to say, you know what, I have funds, I have loose funds, I have funds that I want to be able to begin to generate something from, risk-free or with minimal risk and with minimal pressure, all right? And then even if I still want to venture into trading myself, I still have that system working for me, all right? It's a system that's been created to help you build yourself financially, create wealth, and give yourself some leverage of economic freedom. You listening to me out there, you want to learn how to trade, okay? Why don't you take a portion of that which you want to learn with or you want to trade with when you become very good, while you demo trade, and plug it into a system such as this? UFX trading is a system that has been created by ObviousFX, whereby as they trade on Forex, that's the foreign currencies and commodities, share stocks and indexes, they help you to generate 80% of annual returns on your invested capital with compound capitalization. Wow, this is absolutely phenomenal. So imagine you put into your capital, say $2,000, all right? It has the ability to generate and become close to almost $3,500 to $4,000 within a year. I know you know that this business is lucrative. I know you know there is money trading online, but maybe you're still not getting it, or it will take time before you finally turn the bend. But while you wait, take your funds and plug it into a system such as this, where it generates you, roughly about minimally 5% of your capital, of your asset base on a monthly. And then cumulatively, it leads to about 80%, annually. That's absolutely phenomenal. For those of you that don't even want to trade at all, but of course, you want to plug into the system and say, yes, I want to be able to play in this business, but I don't want to be, trade directly. Yes, this is it. Take your funds and say, I want to plug it, all right? You have access. You are not giving your money to anybody. It's a system, it's a palm system, palm setup, such that when you put your money there, you have your login details, you have access to your finances, like you are having access to your bank account, but you take your bank account and mirror it into a system that takes trades for you, and then you see your account grow in compounding interests, all right, which is amazing. So on a monthly, you can actually begin to withdraw from it. Systems like this take the pressure off you. For that trader out there saying, I intend to go and trade with $1,000, but I'm still learning the ropes, don't blow that $1,000. At best, take half of that money, $500, all right, and plug it into a system like this. And then because you generally want to learn how to trade, you can take the other $500 and trade on your own. But I want us to come back after 1 year and see what has become of both $500. Now, the question is, how can I get to play in this? There are different packages. There are different sign-up fees, and it's a one-time sign-up fee, but there are different packages. So you're going to say to yourself, do you have between $50 to $450 to trade with, which is your money? All right. If you have the $50 or $450 to trade with, then the basic package is for you. If you say, I don't want to do more than that, or I don't have beyond more than that capacity, then the basic package is for you. All you need to do is to make a one-time sign-up fee of $39. Simple, just $39. And then you plug your between $50 to $450 in that system, and it begins to generate you minimum of 5% on a monthly and cumulatively close to 80% on an annual basis. Or you could say to yourself, I have more than $500 to trade with. I have between $500 to $2,450 to trade with. What it will cost you as a one-time fee is $199, one-time fee. And then you take your resources, plug into it, and then begin to see how you can generate consistent income from it. And then, of course, you can say to yourself, I have $2,500 to about $9,050 to be able to play in this business. All right. All you need is $499 for your license fee, for your access fee. And when you plug in with that, you begin to generate that amount of what? Income, consistently. Or you could say, I have over $10,000 to $1 million to be able to trade with. Then all you have is a one-time access fee of $799. And then with that, you can begin to generate. I mean, I can imagine someone with a $10,000 account. My goodness, it means that you have the possibility of, making close to $500 on this account on a monthly minimum. Minimum of $500 on a monthly basis. And you can say, you know what, I'm not even going to withdraw it. I'm just going to leave it there and apply the power of compound interest. Oh my goodness. Compounding these resources will do you all the good in the world. So do you have the resources to, to plug into this business? For someone that is saying, I don't want to trade, directly. I've tried trading by myself. It's not working. All right. Yes, you can play out on any of this, at any of these levels, and begin to smile and be happy, taking the pressure off completely. And then, of course, receiving the rewards, still playing in this business. Or you're saying, I still want to learn how to trade. I believe I can be a good trader. But yes, fine. While you're learning how to trade, can you take the resources and plug in here? And even the money you generate here is what you use to now go live. And then you can trade with less pressure. Or you can take a portion of what you want to go live with and split and say, while I do my thing and see that I can still make it, I still plug for assurance. And in the end, I'm still happy for it. Guess what? Because this is so beautiful, and you say to yourself, I like this. If you're able to tell somebody about it, for each of their sign-up fees, you make 30% fast start bonus within the first 60 days. How remarkable is that? Meaning, after you sign up and you tell a friend about it and they decide to sign up, say, the $4.99 package, you get close to $150 on their sign-up fee within the first 60 days. So the system has created a way for you to earn directly from your resources and also to earn by affiliately including people into the beautiful business. As they also trade on their own accounts, you get to earn a 25% performance bonus. Woo! This is great. So I took my own $1,000, remember, and I signed up with $199, and I'm making my money, my 5% minimum on a monthly, which is good. Then I tell a friend about it, who also does the same, and on his $199, I'm able, within the 60 days, I'm able to either make $60 roughly off him. And because he also trades with $1,000, as he earns, I get 25%, I get 5% from him, and for people that he also brings as well, I also get more and more. So imagine earning close to 5% from that person directly on their trading bonuses. That means every profit they make, you also make 5%, which it does not disturb the 5% minimum per month that they earn on their account, or the overall 80% that they earn on their account. Do you have those resources that you are just keeping in the bank and lying fallow, and you would always spend because things would always demand your attention? Rather than begin to spend from it, can you begin to earn with it and then begin to spend from the residuals of it? I think that's a smarter thing to do, my people, right? Guys, so send a message, a WhatsApp message to that number and get started right now, okay? I'm going to leave you with this beautiful word, and it's from one of my amazing mentors. He's late right now, but it's a philosophy that's transformed my life for many years and still counting. It says that at the end of our lives, we do not regret the things that we did and then we failed at them, but we regret the things that we wish we had done, but we never did. Would you make that move today? Thank you very much for your time. Share this video with a friend, and then, of course, let's get you started. Let's get them started, and let's get a community of what financially secure people.